All
Crazy.
right, let's get started, people. Good
And
morning, everyone. Welcome to MyCity, December 15th. We have 16 days left in the year. Can you believe it? It's been an interesting year. I personally have a lot of optimism for 2024. And I'm going to introduce myself and then we'll go around the room. Do we have a featured speaker today? Maybe
I
not.
don't think so.
Okay. So then we could be a little bit more liberal, but let's still not talk forever. I'm Scott Harrell. My business is LifeTree Prosperity. I'm a business consultant and financial advisor. I work with businesses to cut their overhead expenses, and I also work with the executives to do retirement planning, insurance planning, and I do health and Medicare as well, long-term care. Based in Long Beach. I work all over California. In fact, much of my business can be nationwide. So I'd love referrals from anybody from anywhere, particularly CPAs or people who know the owners of companies. Looking for companies with employees, 5 or more. And I'm going to post my info in the chat and then we'll hand it over to Bob. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Bob. Oh, hello, Bob. How are you? How are we? I should say.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, one of the things that I've been doing, we've been bringing back MyCity.com. And, at one point, MyCity was one of the top traffic sites in the entire world. So I was just checking with my programmers. There's a couple glitches that they're fixing, and the whole objective is to blow it up. How many of you are on Alignable?
I am, but I don't use it much.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
don't. I look at it every once in a while and usually delete it.
Yeah, I don't know anybody uses it a lot, but
Yeah. I actually did a paid subscription to Alignable just so I can get a little bit further under the hood. So we've brought back MyCity.com. There's a couple glitches. One of the things if you invite somebody, they're not getting the message. So we're trying to figure out what that problem is. Once we get that solved, then we'll be full gusto into this process. But there's you got the big boys out there. You got you got the Facebooks. You got LinkedIn, which is now over 1 billion members. And typically, what happens when companies grow, they also tighten the ship. So a few years ago, they restricted people to 125 invites a week. Invites. Anybody have a Navigator account? A LinkedIn Navigator account?
Yes.
I had one, but I currently do not.
How long ago did you have it?
About a year ago.
Which I don't remember. I used to have a Navigator account. I only have a premium account now. Could you make as many invites as you wanted a year ago?
I never hit a limit, but I don't believe it is unlimited. I think there is a limit.
Marie,
just like premium, it opens up access to more levels. So
right.
You can do a level 3, non-connection,
right,
to contact them. But
yeah, let's ask Marie. You there?
Yes, Bob. There's a limit, even though it's a navigator account.
So you still have the 125 limit?
Yes, you'll just have a better search result
Interesting.
because you have an option to search for companies size, something like that.
Yeah. Well, one of the things, thank you very much. One of the things we're doing is we're trying to figure out MyCity.com, and we're having a little problem with the emails going out. So, just trying to figure that out. Once we get that, then, there's millions of lines of, millions of connections on MyCity. So we're trying to figure that whole thing out and know what we have to do with it. So once that's solved, then, I'll probably be putting a little money into marketing to get to the next level. That was the objective, right?
Always. So would you say the primary objective is to be able to more effectively network within MyCity?
That's our objective. So
Okay.
that feedback from this group would be so appreciative. Like to get feedback because a number of you have used it a little bit and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But you got to beat people at their own game, right? So
Listen,
So
I would like to say I've
okay.
gotten, if I can, on the referrals on my city network. I mean, I think it could be more user friendly for us to get on there and make the referrals. But whenever you've done that, like several times I've called Bob and said, look, I want to make a referral from one person to another. And Bob has posted that on my LinkedIn. He's put that referral in my LinkedIn, and I've gotten some a good. It generally gets 200 to 300 impressions over a couple 3 days. There's people that notice that and look at that. So if you're making those referrals, put them on MyCity and have it posted on your LinkedIn, it gets good attention and it attracts people to you.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. My objective is to make the whole system much easier. And so once we figure out a better flow with MyCity, then we'll be able to more effectively be able to create referrals more simplistically. Keep it simple. KISS philosophy. Keep it simple and stupid, or keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple,
Anyway.
sweetie. That's the nice way to say it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, thanks, Bob. We're going to move on to Roy Dickin. Good morning, Roy.
I'm good. I'm not muted. Yeah, Roy Dickin. I primarily help businesses or entrepreneurs create niches where they can make money and then optimize what they can do with that niche. I call it niche domination. And I team with Betty Withrow and Greg Dixon to provide solutions for entrepreneurs and business owners. That includes growing their businesses or marketing their books or apps.
Good stuff. Nice to
Is a quick question, Roy. People with apps, do you find that like something you guys are really into? And is that a particular challenge versus like a niche?
Well, it depends what app it is, but this is becoming more common because people have the capability more so to develop apps now. And if they've got a particular demand that they can solve with that app or solution they can provide, it's becoming more common. And so that's something that Betty and Greg and I have started doing more of. Now, sometimes people are combining a book with an app, and that's really effective. That way you can explain what the app's all about in the book and then get people to use it more easily, because sometimes it's not easy to get them to understand exactly how to use the app unless you do it with a website or you do it with a book. But yeah, that's something we're getting pretty good at. And I don't know too many people that are, so that's kind of our little niche that is working out well.
That's awesome. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Roy. Ed Cincinnati, good morning.
Good morning. Ed Cincinnati. I am the franchise owner of Edward Cincinnati and Associates Dream Vacations. And we're part of the country's largest full-service travel agency. That gives us access to a lot of great deals that nobody else can get to. So I am here to help you plan your dream vacation for 2024 or even 2025 or even 2026. I have 9 associates working for me that have various specialties. Mine is groups and multi-generational travel. I have one who specializes in senior travel, even though he's not a senior. Another one who specializes in luxury travel. Another one who specializes in astrological travel, and I haven't figured out what she's really doing. But we are here to help in any way we can. We can plan trips that you can't even imagine that you want to take. And there are no fees for our services. And as an example, 2 trips that I'm working on. One is called Swissational, which is to Switzerland. And another one is called Hot Tam, which is to Scotland. Those are just a few of the many that I'm working on. Love to let's connect and let me see how I can help you.
Ed, a quick question for you, just real quick. Do you see AI so far as it exists right now? Is that enhancing your, or is that a challenge to you, or is that a resource that's helping you right now?
Well, okay. First, it's not a real good resource because I tested it, and most of a lot of the information that it gave out was either outdated or incorrect. It's not a real challenge to me yet because I think a lot of people really haven't looked at it from a travel standpoint. I have tried to use it for, doing articles that I'm doing. Although I've had to recheck the information it's giving me and I'm looking at it, well, that's not correct. So it's kind of,
Mm,
yeah, I'm not
We're
all in
working
on
on
AI.
it. Gotcha. Thank you.
all right, thanks very much, Ed. Phil, you're up now. Good morning, Phil.
Oh, great. Well, briefly, it's Phil Wolfstein. I'm a certified business broker with Zoom Business Brokers. And what I do is I help business owners and sellers find qualifiers for their business. And I would say, looking back now, I can't believe we're here at the end of the year already, but looking back at the year, I think there was for actual deals done in the lower end, that'd be for businesses, say under $1 million, that with earnings, say anywhere from 100,000 to 350,000. The market was basically pushed back. I think there were a lot of deals in 2000, looking back, in 2023 were postponed or sidelined mainly because of the sharp rise in SBA loan rates. Deals that were in the 3 to 5 million sales category or higher were pretty much stable or even continue to do well in 23. The outlook for 24 is even better, but in the lower end of the market that I deal in, a lot of deals were sidelined because the SBA loan rates very quickly went from 6.5% to about 10.5%, and on the big run up, and that was in the first half of the year. That scared a lot of buyers, a lot of people back on their home, to reevaluate because it impacted cash flow. I think the sense is right now is that that's now been absorbed. People are now getting adjusted to the new normal, which is I guess going to be, relatively higher interest rates that are going to stay here for longer. And so I expect looking very strong going into the first quarter of 2024 for actually getting deals done. Getting contracts, getting desk going. I think and an acceptance of the financing. So going into an election year and into next year, I don't think we're looking at the first half of a recession or things. A lot of boomers are looking to line up, and I think we're going to see a very strong move towards sales and transactions in my industry in the first half of 24.
Exciting stuff. Thank you, Phil. Good morning, Ellen Holmes.
As soon as I find that mute button, good morning. Happy Friday to you and happy holidays. My name is Alan. I specialize in connecting business owners, whether they're home-based or storefront entrepreneurs with new ideas, techniques, like a new lymphatic system that one of my strategic alliances just recently introduced me to. I had a great meeting with Emotion this week, as well as the everyday consumer with unique and innovative resources. So in short, I call myself a human search engine. I love the collaborate and connect and network. There's been a couple of new projects that I've been working on and trying to tighten up. One of my associates platform that allows you to post in his business directory. That's why I've been kind of absent for a while, but it's nice to see you all. And thanks for allowing me to be here on this great cold morning this Friday, and out here in California it's about 55 degrees. I'm not used to cold. I do not like cold weather. I heard your comments about earlier. All right. Thank you so much for being there. Allow me to be here, Scott. I see you all.
Got my sympathy.
Uh,
Not.
55 is not cold, right? Yeah.
That's
All right,
freezing.
great. Well, yeah, Florida guy. Well,
Yeah,
all
this
right,
time of
thanks,
year in
Alan.
Buffalo, they call that's summer. That's like, yeah, that's
Thank you, Phil. That's where I was going with this.
Yeah. Okay, Betty Withrow. Good morning, Betty.
Oh, see, you are psychic, Scott. I used to be called Beth when I was a child, and then I switched to the name I really wanted, Betty, earlier. So yeah, I'm Betty Withrow. I'm the Writer's Launchpad. I do all things writing. I am a content creator, an author coach, an editor, and a ghostwriter. I collaborate with Roy, as he mentioned earlier, in creating marketing solutions for businesses that give them what they really need. I'm the kind of the person who helps them define exactly what they need out of their messaging and works with them to create the strategies that are going to bring them the clients they truly want. And I'm very happy to be here today. It's a great day and we get to have it. So enjoy it all, everyone, please. Take your
I
day.
love Yes, thank you. Love that attitude. It is, it's great. It's also Friday. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good
All the
point.
9 to 5 people are, ooh, no, my life's about to begin all over again. But people like us, it's just another day, right? So
So
good
true.
morning, Eileen Dawson. Nice to see you. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You can hear
Yep.
me now. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I was having a little trouble with my my computer this morning, so I had to kind of come in and out. Yeah, it's I'm in Massachusetts. It's 50 degrees today, so that's pretty good compared to what it's been all week. So I am a certified Ramsey money coach, and I work with individuals and couples in the area of personal finance. I teach many of my clients are living paycheck to paycheck, and they need help with getting out of credit card debt, student loan debt, and vehicle loan debt. So through coaching and walking alongside people, advising, we're able to get people to a much better place financially. And I also do group trainings for small companies in the area of personal finance. I did one recently related to student loans. So sometimes it's general finance and sometimes it's related to student loans. So thanks for having me.
Quick question, Eileen. Do you work mostly with people realigning their finances and how they approach their payments, or do you actually restructure, like get them on programs to lower credit card rates? Stuff
No,
like
they're
that?
the first one. Yeah, it's more of a
Okay.
teaching role and a guidance role. I'm not a debt reduction strategist kind of, like
Mhm.
not, I don't deal with debt relief kind of thing,
Right.
I do it through, old fashioned goals and budgeting and helping them, see what's going on and get those debts
Yeah.
down.
You help educate people for the stuff they should have learned in school, but were never taught. Right?
Most people have not been taught it, and
It's
the
true.
parents
Yeah.
didn't know. I mean, my parents were clueless as far as, finances went. They thought every time your credit cards crank up, just roll them into your house, so that got them in
Mm.
big trouble. in their senior years.
Wow. Well, appreciate what you do. Thank you. Good to see
Thank
you
you.
again. Bill Schweber, good morning. You're up.
Good morning. I work with attorneys and accountants, so Friday doesn't mean that much to me if I got a Monday or Tuesday deadline. They don't really care. I do IT data forensic, which means I find the missing money, I find the trail, I help defend you if you didn't do anything wrong, but somebody else says you did. I also run a networking group for attorneys and accountants. Bill Schweber. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I have a question for the vacation guy. Ed, could you get me a seat on the rocket ship that goes up? The Tesla? Not that I want one.
If I try real hard, I probably could. I know the commission will be really, really good though.
Wait a minute, hold on. I thought you said you don't charge a fee.
I don't charge you a fee. They would pay me.
Yeah, I'm sure Elon loves to pay commissions.
Yeah,
The privilege of working with him, right? Okay.
I think it'll happen eventually though.
Yeah. Talk about an e-ticket.
Wait, what, did Elon pay a commission?
No, you'll be able to buy a ticket to the,
No, I know what he
space.
was talking about.
Uh-huh. Okay, wise guy, you're up. Moshe Math, good morning.
So I sent this message to name, but I'll mention everybody. New Jersey now does require financial education, 5 credit hours. So we do have that in New Jersey. In fact, I had the agenda. I received it 2 days ago. From high schools. Anyway, my name is Moshe Math, and I am a partner in a company called New Train Sciences. And our system looks similar to massage chairs at the airport, but it uses sound, light, and vibration to take your mind by through a voyage. Our most popular sound session is relaxation through brainwave entrainment. So that's why I'm late for the meeting today. My computer was overloaded with information, so it froze. And I had to get back, turn it off, turn it on again, wait for it to clear its mind. Forgot I had a problem. And then start to show information. I was able to get back on my email and come into the meeting. And that's what we're doing the brain. So what makes it effective? We have other sound sessions as well for sleep. We have for creative minds, so forth, but and different levels of meditation. But what makes it effective? In fact, if you're working at daytime and you just want to pull your hair out because you have so many different things going on, this stops everything. Your mind gets clear. You can go back and review work you did earlier, different set of eyes, but it's your own. Or take on a new project because your mind is clear and you have no distractions and you can be more effective in that project. So it's something that can actually help you become more productive in your work. Again, especially for people who do tedious work regularly. So it has other benefits as well, but I'm not going to go into all of that at this point, but be glad to speak with you about it and look forward to working with Ed again in about 4 weeks when we do the Bridal Expo show in Atlantic City.
That's great. Thanks, Moshe. Yeah, I want to figure out how I can get one of those chairs myself. Seriously, it's amazing. Okay, David Santos. I know the name. I think you've been with us before, but it's probably been a while. So if you could tell us about yourself, David, and who you'd like to meet, and also how you came upon MyCity.
Good morning, everyone. David Santos, fractional CFO. I'm with a company called SBS Consulting. We handle all outsourced accounting, with the exception of taxes. We don't have anybody on staff right now that does taxes. But overall, our goal, ideal client is somebody in the construction or real estate management industries, ranging from about $1 million and up. And so overall, love to meet any agent contacts you have, contractors that need some help. And those are our specialties, but we do handle any and all businesses that need some accounting help or representation on the CFO side. And I actually got invited by Bob. He's been handling, I've been a part of MyCity, and he's been handling marketing for me, and he's done a tremendous job. And I'm running kids to school in the mornings on pretty much Monday through Friday. So forgive me if I'm a little late, and thank God I made it today.
Awesome. And where are you based, David?
I'm based in La Habra, so Orange County.
Okay. Great. It's good to see you back. I know you were here. I don't remember exactly when, but appreciate that you're able to make it today.
You too. Thank you. Yeah, I want to make a consistent thing. So thank you guys for having me.
And quick reminder, if you haven't done so, to put your contact info in the chat. And we're now going to speak with the esteemed Russell Lookadoo. Good morning, Russ.
Or Steamy, I'm not sure which, but Russell Lookadoo, the HR guy for small business. I don't see any new faces in here that I haven't said before, but I work with business owners to align their team with their dream. Right now is the equivalent of tax season, strategic planning season. I have a self-developed or group-developed strategic planning and execution process based on the teachings of Simon Sinek and Sean Covey and Chris McChesney. So I'm having a lot of all-day meetings with clients, helping them set their number one priority called a wildly important goal for 2024. If you don't have a strategic plan, and Burke Franklin has a lot of tools to do this, if you don't have a strategic plan, you become what's called a backdoor company. You get whatever washes up on the beach, not what you go out fishing for. So I work at a strategic level with the business owners, help them establish that single priority, because if you have more than one goal, you have no goals, in my opinion. And then I work with a business plan, a people plan to implement the business plan and help that business owner live their dreams. It's a lot of fun. I'm looking to meet other fractional executives, advisors to business owners directly. And I met Bob at a networking group in 2019 at a place called Sportsman's Lounge. It's been since torn down.
Yep.
And we're still here. Yay.
Yeah, it is really hard to tear down a virtual business. That's the fun part. And you don't have to worry about security except data security, but that's another issue for another challenge.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. I apologize for being late. I took a client call that I thought would be 2-3 minutes, and 30 minutes later, I got off the call.
Good job. Okay, and next we're going to check in with Corey Northington. Can't see you, but hopefully you're available. There we go. Good morning, Corey.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Right.
So had a phone, but anyway, I just want to say happy Friday to everybody and happy holidays. Hope everybody's having a great Friday morning. And my name is Corey Northington. I am based here in Birmingham, Alabama. So as some of y'all know, I'm an independent social legal shield, PPLSI. So I help empower individuals and small business owners and entrepreneurs like yourselves with the best in legal and identity theft coverage. So through a monthly subscription, you have the ability to talk to an attorney about anything going on in your business and or personal, depending on which kind of plan you get. So it can be something like documented contract reviews, or you need to know something about different areas of the law, like employment or tax or what, so we can help in all different areas of the law. And it's a right now benefit. So I've been privileged to be a member and associate for over 14 years. So it's helped me a great deal. From like one time I was a victim of tax identity theft. So they help from pillar to post, secure my identity and everything else. And also helped me get one of the biggest refunds I ever got. So actual true story. I love sharing that. And I just want y'all to just be aware of the holiday season, that to protect y'all identity and everything else. So make sure the websites y'all go to when y'all purchasing is secure and y'all out and about. So because unscrupulous people like take advantage during these holiday season and everything else. So, but I just wanted to say I left my information in the chat. Be glad one-on-ones. I'm here to network and help go to community as best I can. And I just want to say thank you, Bob and Scott, for leading and everything else. And I'll turn it back over to you guys.
All right. Thanks very much. Yeah, it's true. You got to be very careful. Scammers are coming out of the woodwork this time of year. It's crazy.
You know, I worked on a ghostwriting project with a gentleman with a large cybersecurity firm, and his point is, if you don't know exactly that you can identify that phone call or that email, do not click on anything unless it's corroborated by your direct knowledge that it's coming from the right source, period.
Yeah, exactly. So, because all it takes is a click sometimes, and they can access all your information. So, okay.
Very good. All right. Thanks very much, Corey. Patty Lou, good morning. Nice to have you back. Good to see you.
Happy holidays, happy Friday. Yes, I'm Patty. I'm the best kept secret in sports. I increased your children's chances of getting an athletic scholarship for college. The work I do, I can do virtually. Location doesn't matter. People assume I only work with high schoolers. My youngest client has been an elementary schooler. So yes,
Wow.
and the oldest one has been a professional athlete. And right now with the holiday season, my services and my digital courses are great gifts, great stocking stuffers. Driven to Peak Performance is the name of my company. I'm looking to connect with people in the sports industry, parents of athletes, because they don't know my services exist.
Well, hopefully you're making inroads with our group here to get, so you're not the best kept secret, even though that's a great tagline.
Good point.
And
Well,
that the concept of a digital stocking stuffer, I love that. I'm going to steal that
Yeah.
one. So thank you.
It's a great energy and a great pitch there, Patty.
Yes, I've done a million tweaks over the last couple of years.
All right, awesome. Great to have you here.
Patty, you know, I gotta ask you though, because you said sports now. Did you have anything to do with sending Shohei Ohtani to my Dodgers?
I can't hear you.
No, I said I was joking with you. I said you said you're the best kept secret. I said, did you have anything to do with sending Shohei Ohtani to the Dodgers? That $700 million
Oh
deal?
no, no. Yes,
Okay.
I have nothing
Okay.
to do with baseball.
I don't know how you'd be able to keep a deal like that secret either. So 700 million. Thanks.
Patty, did you ever connect with Coach Bobby Hosea?
No, no. He never reached out.
Okay.
That's another one
Marie,
from me.
could you do me a favor and send another introduction to Patty and Coach Bobby? Because he would be right up your alley. He teaches people in football how to do a tackle the right way. So he's very involved in that.
Bob, you hear me?
Yeah.
You're going to also do the same for me with him.
Oh, okay. Marie, do the introduction and
Okay, Bob.
Thank you both.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
Patty, thank you for telling me you didn't speak with them, because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten this chance.
Hey, it's all
Okay.
teamwork, right? This is what we're all about. You know, getting feedback from this group is very, very powerful. It teaches us, we're all trapped in our own minds. That's the one thing I talk about all the time. How do you think outside of the box to understand what changes you need to make in order to go forward? Valid? Anybody agree to that?
Yeah.
What life is all about is how to venture forward.
Maybe it helps to be out of your mind.
Okay, count me in.
Me too. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Bert, I don't know where Bert went. There he is.
Had to let the
Good morning,
dog.
Bert Franklin. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Happy holidays and all that stuff. Thanks, Russell, for the mention there. Appreciate that. Yeah, Business Power Tools. I'm up in Carpinteria, California. Business Power Tools is an online dashboard loaded with done-for-you tools. Call them templates, Word documents, Excel templates, financial models. A lot of people are doing strategic planning, but they don't have a business plan to start with. My flagship product is called Business Plan Builder or Biz Plan Builder. It's been around about 30 years, been evolving over this time. It includes what to say it, how to think about it. There's financial models you can go through and say, should I add people or subtract people? What do I do? It validates the value of your business. It really builds your case for investors, for selling the business at a higher price, and for onboarding people. If you're bringing new people in, the business plan explains what's the problem, how we solve it, how many of them are there, what's the market, everything about the business is covered. Because these venture capitalists, I was reading about one guy last week, they looked at 1,500 businesses and they funded 5 of them. So what happened to the other 1,495? They don't have their act together. And you can't really write a business plan with AI. You think you can, but you're going to end up on the Shark Tank looking like a deer in headlights because you don't know your business. You have to do some of the work yourself and sort it out so you understand the business, because the investors write you the check. Anyway, if you're starting a strategic plan without a full business plan, you're way behind the 8 ball, and Biz Plan Builder will help you put that whole thing together with something you can use going forward. So take a look at Business Power Tools. I'm happy to demo it for you. Let me know. Thanks.
And you're relatively inexpensive too, aren't you? Isn't the
What's that?
your fees are for your system is
It starts at $27 a month. It's online. It's do it yourself. There's videos with every section. There's everything. Yeah.
That's cheap.
Hey, Burke, I had 3 some PhD young scientists that are all collaborating, all working together to try to start up a business. Didn't know they're geniuses in their respective fields, know nothing about business so they called me up for some advice, and I said, well, the starting point is you start with a business plan. It isn't just from there. They have this idea. They've got this great idea, and they think it automatically we're going to be millionaires. And I said, well, why don't you start with a business plan? And I referred them over to your website and to you. It was a great starting point for people like that. Do some due diligence and get some basic information going forward. That's an insight in that scientific field. That's ripe for that. You got all these guys that have all these great ideas. They have no idea where to start.
Yeah, they've got a better mousetrap, but they haven't convinced anybody they have a mouse problem, and they don't know how many people have a mouse problem. And it's just, how are we going to reach the people with the mouse problem? You got to hope. And how much money do we need to build this thing? And how much are mousetrap? Yeah. Thanks, Phil.
Phil, why don't you submit that information to MyCity Alerts, and then Marie will post it on LinkedIn and Google.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to.
I'm happy to follow up with them. Sure.
And remember, it's the second mouse that gets the cheese.
Second mouse gets the cheese. That's right.
I think Burke's tools are amazing, particularly for the startups. I don't like working for startups because the first thing I want to do is hire a salesperson and only pay them commission, which works like 0.0001% of the time. So I have referred a couple recently. Hey, you need to go look at business tools, build a business plan, get some funding, get some sales, and then we'll start talking about hiring.
Yeah, thanks, Russell. We compete with the SCORE business plan, which basically has got nothing in it, or the SBA business plan. It's amazing how many people want to start with a blank template where it says, describe your management team here. And it's like, well, what exactly do we say? And they go for it because it's free. And we're talking $27 a month to get everything you need to know what to think about. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's say, what's a management team?
I have an idea. We got one more meeting before the holiday, right? I think it might be a good idea for people to bring their issues forward to the meeting for other people to think about and respond and get back to them. Whether they do it in the meeting or after the meeting. I think, look, we're all looking for better ways. The trouble that I said earlier, we're all trapped inside our own brains. And it's getting outside of what we're used to doing that other people will give you ideas. And this is really, it's a group meeting that we've done we're going on 5 years now, gang. That's a little scary in itself, just to think about it. We used to meet face to face, right? Now it's all done by Zoom. So everybody's here in this group. This world has changed for you because it's now a Zoom meeting. How do we take, because you're saving time driving there, driving back. How do you take the ideas, because this is really what will, jet us forward on what changes we need to make. And I think this is first of all, it's a very bright, energetic group. And people have ideas, but don't get trapped in your own mind. Throw your questions out there. How would you do this? Something like that. Could we do that?
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
I think we should. I think it's, inevitably what happens with me, I bring on a client, they tell me what they want to do, this, and this. And when I start talking to them, it spurs on new ideas about, have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought about that? And that happens almost all the time. So we have some big opportunities here. We want to go into 2024 running, not walking. You want to run when you start up the new year, right? Everybody
Hit the ground running. Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think? You want to do that next week?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Great idea.
I think you want to hit the ground running. The best thing to do is have a business plan and update it. That's a good start for 24. Right, Burke?
Thanks. I'm using that, man. Yeah. Appreciate that. For sure.
No argument there. Okay. And we now have the privilege to connect with Damar Lewis. Damar, good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, gang. So I'm Damar Lewis. I'm a business coach, but really help people to become more profitable. And so my goal in the first 90 days is to help businesses double their profits using essentially a software program that can identify 12 key areas where businesses can approach, and like we've been talking about over the last few minutes, it starts with a plan. And so develop a plan for the activities and what activities they're going to approach so that they can hit the ground running, as Bob just said.
Fantastic.
It's all about how do I. So bring your how do I's to the meeting next week. That sound good?
Sounds awesome.
All right.
Yeah, so many things we all need to do. Go ahead, Moshe.
Can you talk to Maria? I don't know if it's possible or not, but one of the delays I had getting on today was having to find LinkedIn to then get on the site. I'm hoping in the future with your site, for those who sign up in advance, and I've been privileged, you've sent information to me regularly about the meetings. Something comes up in my email saying, my platform, which is Yahoo, saying you have a MyCity meetings at 11 o'clock, for somewhere between 10 and 11, so I can go right into a web link and go right into the site, as opposed to having to go from email to LinkedIn to then get onto the site.
So the solution is having the link to the meeting?
Yes.
Marie, let's do that for next week. I think we do that quite often, but apparently Moshe is not getting that.
Hello.
Yeah, I've been sending invites for him every week.
Okay,
No.
post it.
I can need about 10 minutes. I'll call you back. Is that okay?
Use messages.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah, Marie, I can say I have a link that I go to. I know how to get that, but I do not get an email like prior to the meeting, the day prior, or the day of the meeting. I get an email with a link on it. That I'm sure that would be helpful. I just use an old link that I've kind of put aside and stored, but for whatever reason, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, same here. I'm not getting anything, but I have an old link.
Yeah, we're only sending the invites through LinkedIn event.
Okay, a
So next
suggestion.
week, yeah, I'm going to email it.
Thank you. And if you don't have the email, I put this event in my calendar and just have it recurring every week. And it has the link built in.
In LinkedIn
So I just-
messaging, you can also, Marie, why don't you just post the link in their messages? Okay? Hello, Marie.
Yeah, Bob, yes, Bob.
It's almost midnight where she's at. Come on, give her a break.
So, yeah, there's always a better way to do things, isn't there?
I would use the word, I use the word more effective. I wouldn't use the word better.
Okay, I'll change.
More effective is better. And thank you, Bob, for the suggestion about next week. And just to kind of front load something that's occurred to me in my own little universe is I realize that my biggest limitation has been trying to do virtually everything myself. So one of my mandates for 2024 is to build a team of people that I work with so that we can share, resources and have the best person doing the particular job that needs to be done and then grow as a team. And, that includes everyone in this room here. If it makes sense for us to work together, I really would look forward to that. So
Tell you
that's
what
my
we can
Sounds like
do.
a great approach.
Let's do this. Marie, can you build, or he might already have a Google Drive document that he can write in some of his issues that he wants to accomplish by growing staff?
Okay, I can create a Google document for that.
Perfect.
awesome. Okay, we got 1 minute left. Does anybody have a question or a word of wisdom they'd like to share with the group?
Or a shout out. Anybody have
Shout
any
out for
shout
sure.
out?
I thought the
Well,
second mouse gets the cheese was the best one.
I can't take
So
credit
true.
for it, but I can use it.
You guys are hysterical. That's the other part, is that we have laughter in this group, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if you're not having a good time, it's not worth doing.
My adage
Yes.
is, if you don't have something to laugh about, you shouldn't be speaking.
Amen.
Amen
That's
to
great.
that.
Or as the late great Jimmy Buffett said, if we weren't crazy, we'd all be insane.
I
There's-
say, if you didn't make somebody else's day better, you wasted your day. So go out and cheer somebody up.
There you go. I like that.
Very true.
And there's a
Awesome.
Zen saying that says infinite patience produces immediate results.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very Zen-like.
Yeah,
Love
you'll
it.
wrap your mind around that one.
Well, the one I was
Good
doing
group.
last year was, because I had hydrocephalus last year. I think I have dementia. I just don't remember. Keep the laughter going.
It's great if you can laugh about it, but unfortunately for a lot of people, I think the worst thing about dementia, because I've seen it, is you don't think you have it.
You don't know that you don't have it.
Well,
That-
wait,
that's-
part of the problem also, and I went through, that's why I'm up where I'm at now, because I was taking care of my mother-in-law, is the fact that many times one of the side effects of some of the medicine is memory. Lack of sleep creates problems with memory. So part of the reason why dementia, and Mr. Lewis can talk about this much more thoroughly than I can, but part of the problem is the fact that there are other conditions that can cause some, there's an overlap of behavior with dementia with behavior for other things, so it's hard to differentiate, but he's the expert. I sure as hell not. So I'll defer to him.
Well,
No,
this is,
you're absolutely right. In the fact that you have to, the word is idiopathic, but essentially have to sort out what's being caused by the innate disease and versus what it's being caused as a result of a side effect, or it's not really a side effect of the medication. It's just the way that the medication works and how it affects the brain. So
you're
Thank you
Mr.
for-
Knowledge Base on that.
I want to thank you for including a word that involves me, which is idiot, but for idiopathic conversation.
That's
Oh my
not the
God.
meaning in Latin of what idiopathic is, but
You know, in
yes,
all
we can do the joke
seriousness,
of the day.
in all seriousness, this group has been around. I think it's getting closer to 5 years now, and there's a reason why the people keep coming back and back and back. They just keep coming to this meeting because it's doing something. First of all, it's creating. You attach yourself to other people in the group, right? If you haven't been sharing and meeting with other people, that's a big mistake. Shame on you. You know, you need to meet people because we've got some intelligent minds here that can feed back some of the thoughts and reactions that they have. And that's why this group, I love this group. This is probably, I used to run 30 groups at a time. This is the best group that I've ever been involved in because of guess why? The people. It's always the people. And you get ideas from other people. We all get trapped in our own minds. Get out of that trap. How do you think differently? And that's why I've always done well as a business person, because I think outside of the box. Now I have to figure out how to help other people get out of their own box. And that's what we're going to do next week. So I think it's got a lot of merit to it. Plus, there's a lot of referrals that go on. So, you know, I thank everybody for attending. And I think we're over time at this point. Yeah, we're definitely over time. But I'd like to, there's people I haven't met with. Eileen, I haven't met with you yet. Bill, I don't think we're scheduled to meet. So
15 minutes.
Yep, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Send me the link, by the way. Can you text me the
Okay.
link to that?
go.
As soon as the meeting's over, I'll resend the link from last week. That's fine.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. I've got another call here. See you.
All right,
Okay,
appreciate it.
thanks, Berg.
Bye-bye now.
Business
Yeah.
plan. Get a business plan.
Russell, thank you.
Thank you all.